Hi everyone, it's Rebecca Watson with Linking Lewis County. On today's episode of Hear All About It, we have two girls in from Lowville Academy, Mackenzie, Ples, and Anna, Exford. Welcome, girls. We're here today to talk about, with Veterans Day approaching, the two of you kind of started a unique program that instituted these veterans flags that we've seen throughout the village. Tell me a little bit how you guys came to do this idea.
Well, when we were in 8th grade, we were working with Mrs. Schwarting for our club, FCCLA, and we wanted to make a project that we could take to nationals, but we also didn't want to do something that we were not passionate about. But having so many veterans in our community, and my grandparents are veterans, and we just know so many veterans, we wanted to do something to support them.
Okay, so this was something that you guys started way back in 8th grade. Yeah. We should now mention you're both seniors, which congratulations, you're almost done. Mackenzie, how did you guys come up, you decided you wanted to do something you were passionate about. You narrowed it down to the Banner program, how?
So when we were in 8th grade, our school, Lowville, does a program for veterans on Veterans Day where they list off all the veterans that have been to Lowville, and it was kind of after that we realized that that's really all we do. And we thought that we could do more, so we looked into things and we saw that a neighboring town had these banners, and we thought it'd be a great thing to add to Lowville.
Absolutely. So first you came up with the idea, but then there was other things that you guys had to do to kind of make it become a reality. Let's talk a little bit about what was the next thing you did after the idea?
Well, first we had to get permission from the town board, from our school board, to help us with it, and then we had to make the banners, and the banners are $175, or they were at the time that we started, so we needed to fundraise for that because we knew we wanted to at least have the banners for the people that went to our school that died in combat. We wanted those to be paid for. Okay. And not by their families,
So initially, in the beginning of the program, you guys funded the flags that were first put up. And how did you do that? Through fundraising?
We got money through fundraising through our club, FCCLA. We also got money from a grant from the Legion that helped us a lot. Okay. And we also used that money to help other people sometimes if they were having a struggle with affording a banner themselves, because they are pretty expensive. Okay. We wanted everyone to be able to afford one.
Absolutely. So you had to, first, did you have to go to the school board with your proposition first? What did that feel like? Was it intimidating? Did you feel comfortable? How did you have to prepare a lot?
Yeah, it was really scary at first, but we got used to it after going to them a few different times. Or we went to them, we went to the Legion, went to the village in town. Okay,
so you guys have had a lot of experience with talking about this program to a lot of adults, which I imagine being an 8th grader was a little intimidating, but obviously you were successful with it, because here we are. In between the time where you first started in 8th grade and now, do you know roughly how many banners there are total?
Around 60.
Okay, so the initial number of how many that you guys funded, do you know in the beginning?
Was it 8?
Yeah.
Okay, so then the rest have been purchased from family members. We should mention that has been capped off, though, that there's only a certain amount of poles and a certain amount of flags.
And we don't have access to a bucket truck, so it's been really hard. So we need, if anyone watching would be interested in
Okay. So you're maybe looking for some help from the community to do what? Put down, take up, put them up, take them down. What is the time frame of when you guys put them up?
Memorial Day to Veterans Day.
Okay, right. So because we were talking earlier, they have to come down because of the Christmas lights and that sort of thing. And I imagine too, the weather would be kind of damaging to them.
Yeah, a lot of the times when it's too windy or too rainy, we can get damaged, and that is obviously an issue, because then we have to get a new one.
Sure, and they're kind of. I'm assuming they look like they're kind of made of a heavy vinyl, maybe. Mm-hmm. Okay, they're very nice. Did you guys get to pick the design or? How did that work?
So in 8th grade, that's another thing we were thinking of. We were like, well, how do we create the design for this? So we actually gave it to the Lowville graphic designs in communications class.
Okay.
And they, like, for an assignment, each of them created a poster. And then one day Anna and I looked at them, and Mrs. Shorting, and like our club, and we looked at them and we picked some of them that we liked, and like we could add this on this one, and then they, as a class, came up with one final one, and so actually they came up with the design.
Okay, that's excellent. I didn't realize that. I thought you guys kind of just went to a catalog and picked one. So that's even more interesting that there was even more kids involved. So this really is something that has been kid driven right from the start in all aspects. That's amazing. What do you think, you guys, after doing this kind of project, from the beginning of conception of the idea to all the different steps you've had to go through, what do you think has been the biggest thing that you learned or that's going to serve you in the future as you guys go on?
I've learned, like, not to doubt myself, because it was really scary at first to be around all these adults, like having to stick up for my own ideas. And yeah.
Well, that's a quality that will serve you your entire life. How about you, Kenz? What do you think you've taken away from this?
There's a lot, like, well, I mean, like the normal things like public speaking, because obviously we had to do a lot of public speaking, like writing skills. We had to write a lot of proposals to different people, and just like learning from others and being able to work well with others, because we really had to be able to get, there's a lot of people we had to go through to be able to get this to work, and a lot of people that had to help.
Yeah, a lot of hands in motion. You know, school, families, veterans families, the town, so a lot of moving parts. So it's very impressive what you guys have done. It's just a true testament that, you know, kids can have ideas, kids can make things happen. I know you both are involved in lots of different things at school. You're very well-rounded. So it's nice for kids to see that it can happen. Kids can make a difference. And such a wonderful topic. I mean, our veterans are so important to us. And I know when I drive down, you know, North State Street and I see them, I like to look at the names, and it just makes you feel good. So we commend you guys for this great program, and thank you so much for coming in and talking with us, and we hope it continues.
Thank you.
Thank you.